Alrighties, gamers. This is Game Sergeant Scurry, and Jesus Christ, I'm calling it right now and betting all my money on it that last night was and will probably be my worst day of 2016. Some positives did happen, but overall, the whole day was just an accident after unfortunate accident. So, to start the day off, I wake up to 100-degree weather in a house with no working AC, just house fans, one of which doesn't even work properly because a while back it fell over and one of the propellers broke off. So when you turn it on, it's in a constant machine gun state, which is, for one, annoying as hell, and two, doesn't blow enough air because it's missing a blade. So next, I go outside to mow my back lawn because it's been raining on and off constantly since Friday of last week. So our lawn was like the freaking Amazon rainforest with foot-tall grass. And not only that, I had to mow it on an uphill lawn with a push mower that was barely working properly because we left it out in the rain all week. That's my fault, of course. And of course, with it being freaking 100 degrees, when I finished, I was soaked in more sweat than the lawnmower was soaked in the rain for a week. The next, I had to take my German Shepherd, Fabio. This is about half an hour after I mowed the lawn. I had to take my German Shepherd, Fabio, to the vet to give him a checkup for like a flea allergy he has. So he's allergic to fleas, which are always on him, obviously, because he's a dog. And he goes to bite and scratch wherever he bites or wherever they bite him, and he gets bumps and sores because of it. Because the fleas are biting where he scratches. And not only that, because of this, he's been biting his hair off, and he's like limping from his right back leg. And because of that, a huge sore is has been showing up. That's the reason he's been limping on his leg. But anyway, after the vet, I ran to the store to get a new fan to replace the broken one. But when I get back to the house, I realized that I forgot to get an air conditioner too. The ones you put in your window and plug into the wall. Not a thermostat one. Window air conditioner. But I went back to Walmart, which I was just at, and it's like 10 miles away from where I live, so it's not like it's just up the street. And this is where I get to the highlight of my day. So I go to GameStop and get the thing I was going to unbox on stream last night, which, by the way, I'm still going to do. But anyway, next I get back to my house and start setting up for my stream. Starting up Splatoon, XSplit, advertising the stream, turning on my camera, microphone, and shit. And I start streaming to find out that the audio is lagging behind the video by about a second. Now, I usually have these kinds of problems with my streams anyway. You guys know, I'll start it up, something will go wrong, then I'll fix it, put it back up, and everything will be fine. Well, before I restarted the stream, my Wii U gamepad's R button stops working. Now, anyone who plays Smash, Splatoon, or Xenoblade, games like that, which I do, would know that the R button is probably the second most important button on the controller. But with Smash and Xenoblade, you can substitute it with another controller, which thankfully I have plenty of. But with Splatoon, of course, you need the gamepad, which, by the way, Nintendo needs to fix this problem with Splatoon 2, so I can use a Pro Controller, but that's a topic for another video. Anyway, the R button you need in order to throw your sub-weapons, bombs, splash walls, disruptors, etc. Which isn't that much of a problem if you don't use bombs very often, but let's say you have a weapon with a bomb rush. Well, too bad. For those people, it's as bad as you not being able to click the right stick, which has also happened to me before, by the way. But despite this, I decide, fuck it, I'll manage, as long as I get the stream working properly, right? Which was thankfully pretty simple to do, thanks to the format I used to stream last night. But anyway, not even 2 minutes after I start to ask the viewers, hey, is the stream working properly? Literally, as soon as I got the A-OK from all the viewers, the fucking power goes out, And not just in my house. Apparently, I wasn't even aware that there was like a big storm and at one point even a tornado watch, which thank Jesus Christ, that's as far as they went, or that way. That would have been the cherry on top of a 10-layer cake. Anyway, not only was the power out in my house, but all of Donelson, which for those of you who don't know, is the northeastern portion of Nashville, Tennessee. Donelson is a huge part of Nashville. We're talking about Brooklyn, New York in size. Anyway, yeah, all of Donelson off. What's even weirder is that the worst we got from that storm was a light drizzle and some lightning. It just turns out that the lightning we got hit like a hub transformer that's basically the source of electricity from downtown to Donelson. So we were stuck having to sit in the garage because now not even the fans were working. And you'd think things couldn't get any worse than that, right? Oh, think again. Because that was just layer 9 on the cake. And we still got to put the icing on too. Now, since the power went out at like 9 p.m. Central Time and it's raining, it's pitch fucking black outside, right? And the power's out too, so we can't see shit. For about 20 minutes, we were just sitting on the couch talking, talking it off, hoping the power would come back on in about an hour, like at most, like they usually do. This right here is the worst part of my day. The only thing I had on me that could be used as a light was my new Nintendo 3DS XL, right? It's also my only form of entertainment in this kind of blackout, and thank God I charged it, but not really. Since it's pitch black and I couldn't see that there was a water bowl for Fabio, my dog, because, he can't really move well because of his legs, so we just bring the food, his food and water to him. But the water bowl was directly between where my feet were sitting, and I accidentally dropped my 3DS, and I hear a light splash. Now, at this point, I'm crying inside because I dropped a $200 Nintendo 3DS that I bought less than 4 months ago and downloaded at least $100 worth of games and shit, so I can't just buy a new one. But I dropped it in the fucking water bowl. So that's when I'm like, I'm done, and I just go to bed. Kind of. I'm still half awake so that I can see when the power goes back on, right? And keep in mind that I laid down like an hour and a half after the power went out. Well, I'm sitting in bed half awake for another hour and a half until I just fall asleep from the exhaustion. And this is while we still have no AC running, right? Or even fan. This is the icing. I'm woken up by the power turning back on and the TV blasting my ears open at almost 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. The power was out for over 8 fucking hours. And that is the end. So what am I left with after that? A sick dog, a broken Wii U gamepad, and a submerged new 3DS with like $100 worth of DLC on it and downloaded games. Sounds fun, right? Well, that's my story. So thank you guys for watching. Oh my god, sound off in the comments section. Let me know. Have you had any worst days ever recently? I'd love to hear your stories. Also, if you enjoyed this video, send me a salute, subscribe while you're at it, and that's pretty much it. So take care and carry on, and have a better day than I did.